You're tuning to South Coast Radio once again, and today we are chatting with one of the freshest, funniest, and most exciting young voices in the Afrikaans music scene, Ziane Saayman. She's only 19 years old, but she's already making waves with her unique mix of humor, rhythm, and storytelling. Signed under Maziani Records and Universal Music, she's gone from South Africa all the way to performing in Dubai, and now she's back with a brand new single called Tjailatyd, a catchy, feel-good, story-driven track about that moment we all look forward to knocking off from work. Ziane, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Glad to have you with us on the lines and on the airwaves today. So let's start with the big one, Tjailatyd. For those who haven't heard it yet, what is the song all about?
The song is about that time that you get to clock off from work to go home.
Awesome. And so the idea of the song actually came from your Tani Mariette. Can you tell us more about that moment and how did her request turn into a full song?
It was really so sweet. She messaged me the one day and asked me, can't I make her a song specifically about Tjailatyd, because she really wanted something that she could listen to from work on the way home. And at first I didn't know what Tjailatyd meant, so I did some research on that word, as it's not slang that we use at home. And I decided this would be the perfect topic to write a story about.
Wow, that's great. So you mentioned the song is written almost like a story, moving from work to traffic and then to home. Was that intentional from the start?
Absolutely. My mom used to say she misses old music because it always told a story. So I intentionally wrote this in a story format so that you could see it starts at work, then it goes to the traffic, and then finally you get home.
Great stuff. So looking at the creative process, so you've worked with Blaise Nicholas, Henry van de Burg, and Jacques van Vuren on this track. What was the creative process like as a team?
I would say it was very dynamic. Everyone contributed in their own way. Andre helped me with some of the lyric writing where I got stuck, and we helped each other just like keep creating this new storyline and making it funny while keeping it satirical and real. And Blaise obviously contributes as my manager. So yeah, he's just managing where and when we're recording and things like that. And then Jacques van Vuren is my other producer, and he then basically just completes the task after Henry has worked with us. So Henry is responsible for recording and building the track, and then Van Vuren takes it from there and finishes everything off and does all the vocal mixing and so on.
That's really awesome stuff. And also you write your own music. So how does your songwriting usually work? Do ideas come from like jokes, real life moments, or random inspiration?
Actually comes from all three of those things you just mentioned. I like being very diverse, so a lot of different things inspire me sometimes. When I first started writing music, I wrote about things that I was feeling and experiencing at that time. And then I started writing on themes or topics. That also really helped when I had what I would call a writer's block as a musician. And when we are working on a song and we've got the ball rolling, but I'm kind of getting stuck somewhere, then I would have one of my producers help me because they're all very good at writing.
Great stuff. And so also your music has this upbeat, satirical, sometimes cheeky style. Where did that creative personality come from?
I think that is very own to me because I've got a very strong um, sense of self.
Yeah.
But I also really like just being satirical so that people can hear more about things that aren't talked about enough. Um, and yeah, I just like to keep things creative and interesting and fun and definitely different to what you hear every day.
And now you're only 19 years and you've already performed internationally, including in Dubai. How did that opportunity change your confidence or your career outlook?
I must say it was definitely a confidence booster. At first, I felt almost terrified to do this gig, but it was so amazing. I got to learn more about what it's like to perform at bigger events and with other artists and so on. And it was just such an amazing learning experience, and I would love to do something like that again. I think it also definitely changed my career outlook in the sense of I would definitely like to push for more international gigs and so on.
That's really awesome, Ziane. And aside from music, you're also into photography, content creation, and cosmetology. How do those creative passions play into your brand as an artist?
I think in some way all of these hobbies or interests are actually a form of art in itself and definitely a different way of expression. So I think they all complement each other, and instead of then expressing myself through art in photography, cosmetology and content creation, I then express myself through actual lyrics and words through music. So they are all linked in my opinion. And yeah,
That's really great stuff, Ziane. And you've also grown quickly as a social media influencer. Do your online followers inspire some of your music?
I've gotten amazing ideas from followers, so I definitely think something will come from one of them one day. But they do inspire me as a person, in the sense of I now realize that I've got a lot of people looking up to me and following my example. So I'm very careful with what I choose to do with my music
Yeah.
in the sense of what I'm including, such as language and so on.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm definitely inspired by my followers.
Really great stuff, Ziane. Also, your fans already love the phrase "Who lat is dit?" This Tjailatyd. Why do you think that line has is catching on so well?
I think it's catching on well because it's a great hook for social media, number one. And there's an Afrikaans festival, Afrikaans met Platteland. And what they usually do there is something similar. They ask, waar is het lekker? And then the crowd usually answers, hier is het lekker. So we kind of use that idea with this phrase.
Great stuff. And then, if Tjailatyd had to be the soundtrack for a funny or chaotic moment in daily life, what moment would you choose?
Absolutely, the second I clock off from work. I think that just really, it gives me a great time to just enjoy music, but also to express my emotions through the day I've had. Like, if it was a bad day or it was a good day, I can still end it off on a good note and just work through my emotions through the song.
Awesome. And now you've only been in the industry since February 2025 and you're already building a strong name. What goals or big dreams are next for Ziane Saayman?
I would say big dreams are the thing I'm focusing on now because if you can dream it, you can do it. And I would really, really love to go to the Netherlands within next year. I think that would be an absolute dream come true for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd say that that's also one of the biggest goals for next year is to travel internationally more often as well. But definitely the Netherlands, as Dutch and Afrikaans are so similar to one another, and there's a great market opportunity there.
Great stuff. And finally, where can people stream Tjailatyd and follow your journey online?
Tjailatyd is available on all streaming platforms. That includes Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Music. And they can follow my journey online on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and so on under Ziane Saayman, or Instagram and TikTok specifically Ziane_SS_Saayman.
That's really awesome stuff, and that was the incredible, talented Ziane Saayman, bringing energy, humor, and pure South African real-life moments to her brand new single, Tjailatyd. The song is out now on all digital platforms, as she's mentioned, so go stream it, share it, sing it, and the next time someone asks who artist it, you already know the answer, this Tjailatyd. And to Ziane, once again, thanks so much for joining us on South Coast Radio. We can't wait to see everything still coming your way, and really awesome having you with us today as well on the show. So guys, stay tuned as we're about to stream Ziane's song right now, which is Tjailatyd. Stay tuned, and more hits coming up at this moment as well, and we'll see you in a moment.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
This is South Coast Radio.